What's up, guys? It's your boy Dave in the Cave, coming to you live and direct from my man cave here in New Jersey. Back with another new comic book day haul. This one is actually 2 weeks worth, so definitely excited to get into it for you guys. Also have a plethora of other stuff coming into the cave. Had some YouTube auction wins, some straight buys from some of the different sites out there, also some eBay wins. So we'll definitely get into those. So just to start off, new comic book day again. 2 weeks worth as usual. I'm late on pickup, but you're gonna see 9 books here. It's actually gonna be 5 DC, 1 book from Image, as well as 4 Marvel books. So definitely excited to show you my stack here. So let's just jump right into it, guys. So starting things off, we have a monstrous number 24. This is literally one of my favorite series that I'm reading right now. Majori Lee and Sana Takeda together really have put together a fantastic series. It's absolutely beautiful to look at. I mean, it's bar none, and I'm hoping this series goes on for a pretty significant amount of time. So there's your Image book. Only one this week, but jumping into my DC stack. So we'll start things off with a Justice League Dark number 13. This is actually the cardstock variant, so the art on this is absolutely insane. Definitely happy to have it in the collection and ultimately read it, right? I mean, hey, that's why we do this. Next up is Batgirl 37, excuse me. This is the Joshua Middleton variant. Again, another cardstock. Pretty cool. Not much more to say there. Next 2 books, Wonder Woman books. Hey, you guys know I'm a big Wonder Woman fan. Really enjoying the storyline, and I think anytime that you can pick up a regular cover that has Terry Dodson on art, that is always a fantastic thing. So again, Wonder Woman 75. Here's the cover A, and then the cover B is actually the cardstock with Jenny Frieson on art. Big fan of hers. You've seen a lot of stuff on my channel with her really featured on cover art, so very happy to ultimately add it to the collection once again. So still sticking with DC, guys. Action Comics 1013. I'm a few issues behind on this, but hey, it looks like it interfaces with the Year of the Villain, certainly the event Leviathan. Excuse me, I butchered that. Oh my god. But definitely happy to ultimately hop into that. So hey, guys, 4 books left. This is actually the Marvel stack, so definitely happy to show this off. So we have a Fearless number 1. Once again, Jenny Frieson on art. Super stoked to have it. Don't know much about this, just as far as what the story is, but hey, we'll jump into it gladly. Next up is a Thanos number 4. Big Thanos guy as well. His stories have been pretty crazy as of late. Jeff Deckel on art on this one. Again, hey, super happy to have it. And then the last 2 books from the last 2 weeks of New Comic Book Day. So you have Amazing Spider-Man number 26. So here's your cover A. And then your cover B. I think this was an incentive variant. Either way, pretty stoked to ultimately have this. So there you go, guys. That is the the comic haul over the past couple weeks. Let's jump into some of the auction wins, straight buys on some of the different sites out there. So I'll give you backstory on each book just to let you know where they came from, and we can definitely go from there. So kicking things off, my one auction win from the NY Warriors auction, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, actually took home a Black Cat number 1. This is actually the Walmart exclusive, so pretty stoked to have this and ultimately add it into the Black Cat personal collection. I mean, it's a plethora of these books now, so super excited to have those. These 2 are actually eBay wins. I am a huge Tron fan. Whenever Tron Legacy is on TV, certainly I will sit down and definitely watch it. My kids are into it, so definitely happy to add these to the collection. So this is actually Tron number 1. They basically pulled from the original story, and then you have Tron number 2 here. Greg Land on cover art on both of these. Pretty interesting. I actually read through them. They do stick to the story, which is always a good thing, but ultimately super stoked to have those. This was also actually the last 2 here are eBay wins. So this one is an Amazing Spider-Man number 25. This is a KRS Comics exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. So this one ultimately has Philip Tan on art. This is actually the one and only San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that I actually picked up this year. So, hey, what are you going to do? But definitely happy to have it. One of the tougher books to get. I actually think they only printed, I think it was either 2,000 or 3,000 copies of it. But either way, happy to add it to the collection. Last of my two books here, guys. This one is an Amazing Spider-Man number 25. This was actually the hidden gem variant. This is a homage cover by Steve Ditko on art. This is amazing. I paid a little bit for this one, but definitely worth it, just in the sense of being able to again keep that completionist theme going. So definitely excited to ultimately have that. And then guys, the last book that I have, I actually got it from CGC Blue Label Comics on his site. I mean, he certainly plays around in the Instagram space as well, but this is an Amazing Spider-Man 546 9.8 CGC. This is actually the first appearance of Mr. Negative as well as Freak. I scooped it up. I mean, I was a big fan of Mr. Negative in the video game. He definitely played a pretty predominant part in the storyline, so price was right. Again, Blue Label Comics, they're Connecticut based. It was here in 2 days, so why not? I mean, I think anytime you can pick up a 9.8 for a relatively good price, it's almost too good to pass up. So there you have it, guys. That's my hauls for the for the past 2 weeks. I do have some other stuff that is coming into the cave, probably later this week. Still do have an invoice over at CGC with some of my my bigger Spidey books. That's actually been there since April now. Getting a little bit worried just in the sense of timing. So either way, subscribe, comment, definitely enjoy really interacting on the channel. If there's anything that you do want to see, hey, just shoot me a message and I'd be glad to show some stuff off. But in closing, guys, this is officially Dave in the Cave signing out. Peace.